All right, here comes question 5. It's an infinite series. The sum from n equals 1 to infinity of cosine to the 2n power of that expression there, 2n minus 1, that quantity, times pi over 4. What is that sum? Is it 0, a half, square root of 2, 1, or 2? Yes, Anthony?
A.
A, 0? That's not A. So, Evan, you have 60 seconds. Yes, Evan?
D.
D1? Yes, it is D1. So you did that in about 30 seconds. That's good. Evan, now, how'd you get that?
Well, 2n minus 1 pi over 4, the angle is pointing in one of these 4 directions.
Uh-huh.
And so the cosine is going to be plus or minus 1 over root 2. And because it's raised to the power 2n, I don't even care about the signs.
You don't. You're never going to get a driver's license that way. but because when you square it, it's going to get you...
It doesn't depend on the sign.
Right.
So now I've got 1 over root 2, and I'm raising that to the power 2n, and so I get 1 over 2 to the n. So that's like a half plus a fourth plus an eighth and so on. That adds up to 1.
Right, it's a geometric series, so see how that works, Anthony?
Yes.
And I should mention, Anthony, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but there was an article in the I think it was the Sarasota paper about you, and it mentioned that you were working on a paper about the development of calculus.
Yes, I am. I'm trying to see if there's a way to prove the calculus of polynomial functions without recourse to limits.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured out a geometric argument for tangent lines and integrations.
And is that something that just occurred to you, or were you in some summer project where that came up, or?
I worked on it for a presentation at the end of calculus class last year, and then I've edited it with the help of my math teacher this year, Dr. Jukes.
Uh-huh.
And I'm hoping to get it published in a mathematical journal.
Uh-huh. Right. So, and so it caught your interest, and so you continued to think about it.
Yes.
Good. And so does that mean reading a lot of original text, math history, or just starting out and seeing if it can be done just on your own?
I just pretty much started out and to see if I could figure it out without using limits. So it wasn't so much research as just thinking through the problems and seeing if there's another way.
And that's for polynomials. All right, so that sounds pretty interesting. Nice point. Thanks for explaining that to us, Anthony. So we'll see what the score is now. Evan has 9,000 and Anthony has 2,000.